My husband Jake and I have been married for 3 years. We were thrilled about expecting, though my pregnancy was tough. Jake was supportive throughout, which helped a lot. As my due date approached, we agreed he'd be in the delivery room, but a few weeks before, he started acting distant and avoided baby-related conversations. I figured he was just nervous. The day I went into labor, Jake drove me to the hospital but seemed distracted, always on his phone. Once there, he spoke privately to a nurse, who then told me he wouldn't be in the delivery room due to being uncomfortable with blood. I was stunned. He'd never mentioned this. I begged him to stay, saying I needed him, but he just kept saying, I can't do this. I was heartbroken and furious, but I didn't have much time to dwell on it as my contractions were getting stronger. Jake said he'd be in the waiting room and kissed me on the forehead before leaving. I was left alone, crying and feeling utterly abandoned. Labor was long, painful, and traumatic, with only the medical staff by my side. In recovery, I asked for Jake, but the nurse told me he'd left hours ago. After unanswered calls, I texted him, saying I was done and he could find his own way home. The next day, he arrived with flowers, apologizing, saying he'd panicked, needed air, and accidentally fell asleep at home. Angry and hurt, I told him he'd let me down in the worst way. He kept apologizing, offering to make it right, but I didn't want him near me or our son and asked him to leave. Since then, he's been trying to make amends, taking parenting classes, going to therapy, and being present, but I can't shake the betrayal of being abandoned at one of the most vulnerable moments of my life.